Let me tell you about the day Fuji and Juju went to war. The day I'm talking about, Lagos was loud. The kind of loud that smelt of sweat, petrol, and perfume at the same time. It was the late 1970s, and music no be just sound anymore. It was status. If you wore lace and gold chain, you danced to Juju, Obey, and Sunny Ade were kings. They gave you guitars that sparkled like sunshine, harmonies smoother than chilled palm wine, and lyrics full of blessings. That was the sound of elegance, the music of the big men. But on the other side of town, Mushin, Ageji, Ibadan, Ajegunle, another sound was rising from the dust. Fuji, raw, loud, honest. It didn't care about guitar solos or shiny suits. It spoke to the drivers, the traders, the apprentices, people who didn't have time for politeness but still carried rhythm in their bones. And that's where the war began. Not with face, but with sound. You see, Juju represented the polished Yoruba dream. Calm, controlled, high society grace. Fuji came like a rebellion, sweaty, spontaneous, spiritual, and streetwise. He said, if you no get suit, no worry. Bring your voice and your drum, that's enough. When Ayinde Barrister dropped Fuji Garbage in 1982, people thought he was dissing Juju, but he wasn't attacking, he was declaring identity. He said you call it noise because you don't understand its language. And truly, that's what Fuji was. Yoruba philosophy disguised as chaos. Kollington shouted wisdom for the market woman. One was velvet, the other was fire. The class lines were clear. Juju filled banquet halls, Fuji filled the streets, and both refused to bow. But here's the twist. It was never real hatred. Fuji wasn't trying to kill Juju, it was trying to free it, to remind music that it didn't have to wear agbada before it could speak truth. And slowly, the walls began to fall. By the 1990s, Fuji had conquered radios, parties, and even the same stages Juju once owned. The sound of noise became the sound of nationhood. So when you hear that talking drum shout Barrister or Kollington, and somewhere else a guitar strings Sunny Ade, don't think of it as war. Think of it as Yoruba music arguing its way into balance. Rhythm meeting melody, street meeting sophistication. Because the day Fuji and Juju went to war, Yoruba music didn't divide, it evolved. And that, my children, is how the street found its seat beside the throne.